Okay, testing. Is the mic working? Yep, it definitely is now. Sorry about that. Just had it switched off. But yes, hello everybody. Welcome to NRL stream, round 16 of the NRL. The opening game for this round. It's a historic one. It is, of course, the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles up against the Melbourne Storm. Not very historic in terms of both teams are kind of somewhat near opposite ends of the table, but of course, 11 years ago today, not today, but 11 years ago, of course, the Battle of Brookvale, where Adam Blair and George Stewart created modern rugby league history as the last time a fight ever broke out. And it's weird how the NRL, basically were dead against it, but now use that fight itself to promote this kind of match. Robert's saying Storm should win. I wholeheartedly agree. There has been a bunch of late mail in terms of the Storm teams. We might as well go into it in the team list. We'll start off with Manly first. Ruben Garrick fullback, Jason Saab and Torpilotto in the wings with Harper and Cooler in the centres. Kieran Foran and Cherry Evans in the host. Did you mean George Stewart? Oh, it's Glenn Stewart. Yeah, that's right. My bad. Yeah, I got that one wrong there. Sean Kepi, Lachlan Croker and Torfo Sipley as the prop hooker pros with Olika Archer and Davey in the second row. Jake Chaboyevich at lock. Dylan Walker, Josh Schuster, Marty Tapau and Taniela Paseka on the bench with Ben Chaboyevich on the bench. Now, here is the late mail for the Melbourne Storm. At fullback, Ryan Pappenhausen starts with Nick Meaney and Grant Anderson on the bench with Marion Seve and Justin Olam in the centres. Jaden Nikorima at 5'8" with Jerome Hughes at halfback. Jesse Bromwich, Harry Grant and Tui Kamikamika as the prop hooker prop. Chris Lewis and Kenny Bromwich in the second row with Brandon Smith starting at lock. Interchange consists of Dean Aramia, Josh King, Nelson Asava Solomona, Alec McDonald and Tyron Wishart as the reserve for the Melbourne Storm. So obviously a few things did happen. Yes, New South Wales did win Game 2, a very emphatic Game 2 win. Did not expect that at all, but I think not a lot of people expected that. I mean, New South Wales had won like the previous 4 Game 2s, but I didn't think it would be like on that level. I have seen a few people bringing up the discussions about whether or not the 6 again rule should get scrapped. It's kind of interesting how no one's had an issue with the 6 again rule for the last couple of years, but all of a sudden it happens in Game 2 and it kind of shafts Queensland a little bit in that game, and there's discussions of getting it scrapped, but I don't know. I think there's a lot. I mean, to be fair, also Fittler did have a meeting with the referees after Game 1 because there's a bit of saltiness. Yeah, so Game 3, July 13th. That's gonna be a hard game to say. Xavier Brown. I'll just say hello, Xavier. Robert. So who are we thinking in this match? Obviously, yes. In terms of ladder position, Melbourne are very much Melbourne are very much have gone through a few changes because of players being out from Origin and other stuff. But then again, so basically it kind of goes in the middle. My New South Wales or Queensland. Well, I'm from Newcastle, so technically I would be a New South Welshman, to say the least. But this game, it's going to be very even, obviously with the amount of players that are out. So it should be a very enticing game. Usually the fixtures between Manly and Melbourne are very enticing. So I'm just going to... Yeah, that's what I should do. I should look at the poll. Always look at the poll. So we got the poll set up. Thank you to anyone who has voted in it so far. If we can just pull it up. Okay, 3 votes have come in. It's a 2-1 in favour of the Melbourne Storm. Am I streaming the Knights game? Unfortunately, I am not, because I'll be out that night because it is a family member's birthday. Oh, Knights versus Bunnies. That depends, because I might actually go to that game myself personally. I'd either be streaming it or going to the game. Haven't made my decision upon it yet. So, but we're about 15 minutes away from kickoff, so We might as well. We'll look at the multi that I've got on for this match. It's a bit of a wacky one. It's on my birthday. Oh, that I'll definitely figure it out. No, Knights versus Bunnies. What's rounds? That's next round. So round 17. It's when I think it's where a lot of teams actually have a few buys actually, because I think it's like next round. I think it's the next round, round 17, is pretty much just like, yeah, there's only 4 games. So it's the one solitary game on Friday. Hey, mate, how's it going? Hey, Spotlight. Got the Storm to win, was going to pick Manly, but seeing Papazow's at number 19 and now starting. Yeah, it's definitely going to come into that. For those who actually don't know, me and National Sports Loaded, he has a podcast and I'm a co-host on it. Very much would highly recommend checking out the Fully Loaded Sports podcast. He just dropped an episode last week. I mean, in the last couple of hours, sorry. We did drop an episode last week, but we did have just a brand new one out today, so I highly recommend going and checking that out. But, so yeah, we play Dragons next week. Dragons Brisbane. I don't know. Cobbo, a re-sign for Broncos. How do I feel about this? I think it's a fantastic signing. I mean, Selwyn Cobbo is just going to turn into an absolute brilliant talent. And obviously, I'd like to see more players like sticking with like one club teams. Obviously, it's now almost a complete rarity in the modern times of just rugby league and sport. But I'm very glad to see that he is sticking with Brisbane. I think Brisbane are going to potentially be fairly dominant for the next couple of years. Okay, so we've got 13 minutes. Okay, what do I do? I just got to fire up the KO stream. Yeah, apparently, one thing I've seen to get the Mark Hughes beanie. I've never bought one actually. God, I haven't looked for it. I might need to. Don't they just sell them at Coles or like Woolies? I think they sell them at one of the stores. No, it's the Coles would be the Motor Neurons beanies. Well, that they do with the AFL, because yeah, Coles is affiliated with the AFL. But yeah, I haven't been looking, to be completely honest. Do you reckon when Tessanier will get a spot? I don't think he will, because Tamaiman is playing so well. Yeah, currently Tamaiman, I don't think he's got that position. He's got that position very much on lock. Jake Turpin's been released by Brisbane. Why he's still with us? Jake Turpin's released by Brisbane? I haven't heard that. Bloody hell. IGA sells. IGA does. Yeah, that makes sense. In terms of for anyone who wants to know my predictions for this round, so basically it's I actually might need to pull it up here. So basically, it's just as a quick round off of who I think is going to be winning this weekend. I've got Melbourne to win this game tonight. Then I've got the Titans to win. I'm using reverse psychology. I've got Penrith to beat the Roosters. Thinking about the Bulldogs to beat Cronulla. I know that's going to be a bit of a shaky game, but also in terms of what might happen. But another one is obviously Cowboys and Brisbane. Get about Cowboys. Rabbitohs, Eels, I'm going with Parramatta. Warriors, Tigers. Warriors win in their return. And I think Dragons will beat the Raiders. So that's for those who are wanting to know what my Knights will beat Titans, surely. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think Titans have actually been playing a little bit better than the Knights over the last couple of in the last couple of games. I mean, I think they actually Titans went all right against Cronulla, and because Cronulla's been very, very shaky in terms of their play. Bulldogs, I reckon, will win. Yeah, I think it's just the inconsistency to me with the Sharks. I feel like the Bulldogs are going to be one of those teams to punish them. So, oh yeah, there is one thing we can have to show. It's the multi for this game. So here it is. So I have Ruben Garrick, Grant Anderson, and Brandon Smith anytime try scorers. Storm minus 7.5 line. So basically, whatever the final score is, the Storm, you take 7.5 out of that and the Storm still win. And then you've got the Melbourne Storm to take out the win, and that is what is the the bet, to say to speak. So that's probably what we are looking at the moment. Green Anderson, obviously, had a brilliant debut for the Storm against the Sydney Roosters, scoring a pair of tries at the SCG. He's from Newcastle. Knights didn't want him. Impeccable recruitment system, must say. Like, literally, like, Green Anderson, like, him and his brothers played in the Newcastle Rugby League system. They played for the, I think his brothers still play for the Central Newcastle, the Butcher Boys, so it's just, apparently, according to other people, it has been a consistent problem with the Knights, is, we develop good players in the region, we just don't use them. So here we go. So Manly against Melbourne, less than 10 minutes away. Just need to check to see everything is all right. Yep. Mark's going well. Also, this match is it is Brandon Smith's 100th game in the NRL. So it's gonna be I'm hoping he can get a try on his 100th. I think I'll probably be looking to give the ball out to him. Do you like Milford at the Knights? To be honest, he plays better at Knights than the Broncos, which I'm really pissed about. He's gone all right, actually, at the Knights. It's just the only thing that's pretty much been a problem is just that the Knights aren't good, unfortunately. But it's just it's hard to say. Like, as KO is starting to buffer like mental. It's just, like, I think Milford's actually been good. I mean, he had a fairly solid game when he played for Samoa against the Cook Islands, so hopefully he can switch on and be a bit of a deterrent when the Titans play on tomorrow, actually. Bloody hell. Okay. Yeah, righto, okay. We're just about live to it. I just need to keep an eye on KO and all that. But obviously, in terms of recent performance, Manly definitely don't want a repeat of their last home game. They're up by had a very sizable lead against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys just like that ended up just completely taking it over. Like, it was actually like pretty ridiculous within the last 10 minutes, and yeah, they're looking at talking about Jake Trbojevic right now. Of course, one of the key players for the Blues in the game 2 win. Game 3 is going to be interesting because no, they've got the clip of when Jake Trbojevic is downing a tinny, and it's also supposed, because in the background you see Matt Burton throwing up. Trying to but obviously Jake Trbojevic, a leader of men some sort. Is he the captain for the Sea Eagles? If anyone can find that, if anyone can agree with me or not, is he the? Oh, I'm not very sure if he is the captain or not. Just trying to check to see if everything is actually going okay. I just don't know if, like, the stream's just been acting up or anything. Because it has been. The internet around here has been very much shaky. Warriors have got so much hate. If they don't win their first home game, they'll be slaughtered if they don't win by the media and their fans. Yep, definitely. Is Jake back? Yes, he is. Jake Trbojevic is playing. He is playing at lock this game, which is his normal position. I don't understand why I needed to add that he is at lock, because that's what he plays. Yeah, I've definitely feel like, because especially against the Tigers, who are... Oh, it's just a fucking sad thing about what's happening with the Tigers. Like, there's been a lot of division in that bloody club. I mean, especially with podcast owners and the fucking chairman. If anybody has seen what has happened there with the whole Westlife and West chairman saga, that was fucking stupid. So a win here potentially for... Do you like Payne Haas? I mean, yeah, he's a big fella. Big fella that runs. He's definitely a good player. So Manly can jump up to 9th place. Obviously being tied in 7th, but because of a... No, actually, if they a win here, they could actually jump up... they'll actually jump to 7th if Manly take the win here in this game. Stream has been a bit laggy. Yeah, I can definitely kind of... Yeah, I can... Right, how do we do this? The internet has been a bit shaky. Because apparently some big old storms are set to happen. So might need to... And I don't have a cord. Okay, I might need to switch over to data quickly. So it might lag like a bit, but it's... Okay, if I can just get this on, then we should be okay because I trust the data more than the internet itself. So it might just go like weird and hopefully it actually pops back up and comes back. So will it? I don't know. I think... Just trying to turn the data on because basically it's everybody get... The place I live in, which is basically like just a bit ridiculous in terms of like how they built the grid system. Starting, okay. So it just did that. It just did a little bit of a reconnect there, just to want to just see if everything is running okay. If everything's like, if I don't, in terms of okay, where is it? We'll go to KO. We're very off now. Just want to see if anyone can witness me. Is this making... Am I making... Okay, watch my stream from a web browser. We'll just do this quickly just to... There might be a bit of overlap here. I'm just trying to check to see if everything is live and everything's back to normal. There is no, like, issues at all. Can witness me? Yep, okay, I think we're all good. Quality's a bit shit. How much is KO? It's about, like... I think it's like 20 something a month. I think it's like 25 something a month, I think. Okay, there we go. I think we are sweet. Okay, yeah. And let's get back to normal, but anyways, we are very close now to the kickoff of this game on Thursday night football. Okay, so do I play PlayStation or Xbox? I don't know what to do. I don't know if the data is worse than... because the stream just dropped off. I might have to happen again. What basically will happen is, like, it dropped off. Okay, I'm very sorry about this. Restart stream. Yeah, that's what I've done. Basically, I've just it's other stream, so it's basically just the internet. So basically, I think it needs to stay like this because I was just on the data and like the bytes were like very low and then it dropped down and then it would have to restart. So I think if we stay like this, so it does get a little bit laggy. I think that's probably the best we can do because that's what happens when you live in a rural shithole who doesn't expand their grid. So I think, but now the bytes are very low on here as well. It's like, I tell you what though, like, I think this area is like the worst place ever. I honestly think Cooperpedia probably has better internet than us. Like, honestly, at this point. Okay. Oh, yes! Well done, NRL. Oh. Might have to stay like this. I mean, is it... So basically they're using... Yes, they're hyping up the Brisbane, they're hyping up the Cowboys and Brisbane game, obviously the 2015 grand final, which makes sense. I mean, it's a good way to hype it up. But the problem is, though, they're not fucking playing tonight. It's the one thing that really pisses me off about how the NRL does, like, their hype up packages. It's like they hype up games, like, the Manly Melbourne game is about to start. You know, a game which has also had a lot of history and rivalry. But no. They show a highlight package for a game that's not on till Saturday. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, going into the poll, let's have a look, and it is very... So we've got the 9 votes. Thank you for everybody who has voted. And it has gone as a 78% majority in favour of Melbourne taking this win. I think this might very much be a big internet problem because I think it's okay. But anyways, yeah, so type it up. Why are they hyping up Saturday night football immediately before the Storm Manly? This makes no sense whatsoever. But anyways, out come the Melbourne Storm out to 4 Pines Park. Is there anyone there? Fucking me, it's quiet. In this game, I should say. Because the Melbourne boys just came out and, like, there was no noise whatsoever. And now come the Manly Seagulls now for this game. It's no, there is a crowd there. Is this stream even working? I don't know if the mics are just absolutely quiet or what the hell is going on. Is the stream even working? Like, I'm very confused. I don't know what the hell's going on. Just trying to make sure that everything is working. Like, I'm a bit confused. Okay, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. But here we go, basically we're getting ready now. It's a fairly sizable crowd at 4 Pines Park, but just sounds absolutely quiet. So basically getting into it now. So basically there has been streaming. So anyways, kickoff, we're underway. Melbourne kickoff and go screen right, left. Take it on the 20 and that's a big hit up. A lot of changes for Melbourne. Pappenhausen now starting on the at fullback with Meany on the bench. Grant Anderson back into the squad. Anything can happen in this game. So second tackle now for the Melbourne Storm. Manly Seagulls. Okay, the ball. I'm already getting the teams wrong. So that is Sean Kepi now with the ball. He gets to the 35 for the third tackle. They'll shift it out to the right-hand side, the Seagulls. It's like R2 and the ball has been popped out. Oh, it's a penalty to Manly. So a bit of a high shot there by Kamika. And it's going to be a penalty to the Manly Seagulls. One thing we'll say though is, like, the crowd just was really quiet during the entrance. Yeah, just bit of a heads up. Apparently there has been problems with the internet, so if it does go laggy, I need to fucking move, basically. So here we go. 30 metres out, a full set of 6 now for the Seagulls, as that is Sipley who takes the hit up for the first tackle, and he's now 20 metres out from the try line. Now Manly going to shift it off to the left-hand side now, as Davey goes on a run as he gets brought down on the 10 now. Second tackle now for the Seagulls. They go to Jake Trbojevic. Now to 4 and short pass to Olaka R2, and it's a knock on by Manly. And it's going to be a no advantage. They're going to take it straight to the scrum. But there we go. A big chance there for Manly. Well, you kind of need to take those chances. Obviously, you got a team that is very much on the with a few players out. Oh, fucking hell. Vibration scared the shit out of the phone. My apologies. But anyways, now, so scrum feed now onto the 10-metre line for the Melbourne Storm from that knock-on by Olaka R2. Bunch of different Storm players coming in here. Chris Lewis being one of them. Harry Grant starting at hooker. And, of course, the 100-game man, Brandon Smith, on the lock position. Melbourne now on the 20-metre line. Now, it's a big hit there. And that's going to bring Chris Lewis down onto the 25 for the third tackle for the Storm. There is Jesse Bromwich. I share a namesake with him. Big ups. The fourth tackle now getting to the 35. Now Brandon Smith. There's the 100th game man. Now gets to the... That sounded sus. Gets to the shy of halfway. Last tackle, Harry Green goes from dummy half. It's a set restart. Very big thing there by Harry Grant. Drawing a set restart on the last tackle. So now 35 metres away from the try line. Melbourne now have a chance to get first points on the board. Okay, second tackle now 30 metres out. That was Kenny Bromwich with the ball. It gives the ball off to Kamika. He gets brought down onto the 20 for the third tackle. They're going to shift it off to the right-hand side. They've got numbers here. They're passing it very well down the middle, but it gets brought down 15 metres away from the try line. Fourth tackle for Melbourne, fuck. As that's Lewis again. Now Jerome Hughes. Gets it off to Kamika, who tries to step and go into the 10, and he does. 5 metres out. Last tackle for Melbourne. Gives it out to Pappenhausen. It's a 2-on-1. Chris Lewis with the ball. He's going to get held up. I feel like if there was a gap that opened, but it probably would have been an obstruction. So it's a changeover for the Sea Eagles. And they'll get the ball inside of the 10. We don't exactly really need to go into the history that this fixture has had. I mean... Hang on. There we are. Don't need to go into much of the history in terms of this fixture. I mean, the Battle of Brookvale 2011. An absolute cornerstone in modern rugby league lore and knowledge. So, Manly being held to the 15 here. Kieran Foran already looking tough. I mean, most of the players in this Manly squad would have played for either Samoa or New Zealand. So, a fourth tackle now. Manly haven't made the 30 yet. They do get over it now. And it's another mistake by Manly. And on the 35, Melbourne will get a scrum feed. That is a big mistake there by Manly. That was Sean Kepi that made the mistake. Gets the ball right. Tries to run straight into Kamika. Kamika's hand actually pops that ball out, actually. Probably not a strip. I mean, his hand was just there. But anyways, now... So 5 minutes have now gone. Very sloppy so far to say by Manly. Only 1 of 3 sets completed. So 35 metres out. Manly on a bit of pressure. And that's a forward pass immediately from Harry Grant to Ryan Pappenhausen. So that chance just goes begging, and it'll be another scrum feed. But this time to the Sea Eagles in similar territory. Very much two very sloppy teams at the moment. It's not looking good at the moment. For anyone who was wanting a good, solid matchup. So now on the 35 now. Manly get the scrum feed. And now that is Morgan Harper, who will get the first tackle. He'll get brought down on the 40-metre line for Manly. Now Sipley gets on a run. He'll get brought down just shy of halfway. Oh my God, there's another knock-on. Now Jake Trbojevic has lost the ball. What has happened in this? What has happened in this game? And there we go. It's another knock-on by Manly. That's the third knock-on out of the last 4 sets for the Sea Eagles. This is actually ridiculous. at this point. Like, that is actually nuts. And that's about 5 mistakes already. I don't know what the weather conditions are like down in Sydney, but it's like it's been pissing down by the way the ball handling is gone. So Manly losing again. Melbourne with the ball now. Chris Lewis gets a run. He'll be brought down 35 metres away from the try line. I should just say Seagulls and Storm instead of Manly and Melbourne, because it gets me very confused because I'm a fucking simpleton. So Kamika now for the Storm, brought down 30 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. They'll go down the shorter left-hand side now. Pappenhausen with the ball. Fends off a tackle. He's trying to find a gap. He will give it off to Justin Olam. Justin Olam tries to find a gap and will get brought down 10 metres away from the try line now. Fourth tackle for the Storm. Going to shift it out. Harry Grant now. Seeds it off to Jerome Hughes. Hughes again. Oh, it's a good wrap-up tackle there by Kepi. Now 15 metres out. Last tackle for the Storm. They'll shift it off to the left-hand side. Pappenhausen with the grubber kick. It's been taken by Manly. And there's a run. Cooler with the chase. To the 50. The 40. And he's going to go all the way. Will he? Yes, he will. It was the number 3. It was CV. He thought he was going to take a bit of a run there. But just like that, it is the number 4 of Cooler who gets the first try from a take from the grubber kick and basically runs straight through. Very much Akili Iwade in 2011, the last round of the season. That's just a brilliant take by Kohler, and he just catches the entire defence out of the way. And there we go, 4 points to 0 to the Seagulls. 8 minutes 20 gone. Now, it wasn't Sevi, it was Grant. Grant Anderson almost got there, to be fair. So, almost fair play to, for Anderson. There we go. Talatau Kohler getting his second try of his career. And it's put Manly 4-0 up against the Storm. Just a very good run there. But honestly, Grant Anderson actually got very close to him. But not just picking him up because he's a newie boy. I mean, sort of. Honestly, if that was like... If Kohler was about 10 metres back, Kohler would have... I mean, obviously, he probably would have... Anderson, that could have been very much... Almost reminiscent of Darren Albert in the 97 prelim final. Just, I like making name-dropping references to when my team was good. Who you got to win? I have Manly. Jordan, I have the Storm to win, which is starting to look a bit silly at the moment. So here we go. Ruben Garrick now to take this conversion. Currently at the moment, he is 3 points on top of the most points in the premiership above Valentine Holmes. This conversion will make it a 5-point increase, but obviously Valentine Holmes has to play later on this weekend against the Broncos. So here's Garrick now with the conversion attempt. So we're 9.5 in. This to make it a 6-0 lead to the Seagulls. Kicks. And it's a beauty. No, it's not. Oh, it's not. It's a double doink. It's a double doink. It hits the post and then hits the crossbar. Oh, wow. We got a double doink. We have a double doink on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to make reference to that NFL game where it hit the double, where it double doinks, but I can't tell you what game it was. I just know it happened, but bloody hell. Unfortunately, there can't thread the needle for Garrick, and there we go. 4-0 will remain to Manly. And now we got the kickoff now by the Melbourne Storm to restart the game. And it's going to be Toffo Sipley who takes the charge. That is, yep, that is true. Oh, yeah. Yep, call up. A lot of actual representatives who played last weekend. I think almost all of these players actually made some form. That was tight. Actually missed. Pass down the wing here now. Manly. Morgan Harper's now the line. Tries going to pass off to Saab, but the ball will be brought down and it's picked up by Melbourne. So it is a change over here. The Storm first tackle on the 40. But just like that, that was almost another chance there. If Morgan Harper got that pass off to Saab, he could have very easily led up to another try for the Seagulls. But there we go. It's a 6 again. but it's actually also a penalty as well to the Melbourne Storm, as we are 10.5 now gone into this matchup. Yep, very much. If Harper got the pass at the sub, it was sub and another... I think there was actually no one there. So the pass from Harper hit sub in the knee. That was a little bit higher. Sub would have probably just ran off and scored. So here we go. The Storm now 40 minutes over the try line. A full set of 6 from the penalty. So a chance here for Melbourne to answer back. As you've got Jesse Bromwich now, who gets brought down on the second tackle. 20 metres out now. Jerome Hughes feeds it off to Brandon Smith from a flat pass. He's now 15 metres away from the try line. Third tackle. Now Harry Grant with the board. Geez, Foran came in quick off the defensive line. It did look a bit tight now. 5 metres out now. Fourth tackle for Manly. Melbourne, fuck. Passing it out down the wing. Chris Lewis with the ball. Tries to get off to Grant Anderson. And he'll be held up just shy of the line. 5 metres out now. Last tackle for the Storm. Jerome Hughes now with the kick over the top. But it's a brilliant take there by Olika Artu of all people. He gets brought down on the 10 for the first tackle for the Seagulls. Good catch there from Olika Artu. It was a very decent catch. You just got to love... You've got to like... Oh. It's another knock-on by Manly. I think that's Manly's like 5th knock-on this game already. And it's like 13 minutes in. Is that a strip? Nope, he's just popped it. Oh my god. So 15 metres away from the try line. And now the Storm have another chance to potentially basically get their first try of the match. It's been very contentious here. I just don't know how the hell this has happened. So 15 metres out. 29% completion rate by Manly so far. Yeah, it's a set restart anyways now. So 10 metres out for Melbourne. Now Chris Lewis. Chris Lewis is getting a lot of ball at the moment. As he gets brought down 5 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. Now Harry Grant with a flat pass out to the cheese. And he's just short of the line. And this will be the second tackle. Now they're going to go to the left-hand side now. Pappenhausen, flat ball out to Nick Meaney. And he goes over. I mean, all those knock-ons were really going to take it out of him. But there we go. Melbourne get the response, and it's Nick Meaney who goes over. So it's 4-4 with a kick to come. It's just Manly have been really sloppy. I mean, that's like 4 or 5 knock-ons in the first 13 minutes. It's not good. Not good at all, unfortunately. So Pappenhausen, a beautiful flat ball out to Nick Meaney, just runs over and gets a try into the corner. It's just a brilliant pass. Welcome back, Pappenhausen, setting up that try. So now, first ever career try against the Manly Seagulls there for Nick Meaney, and he will now, I believe, try to convert his own try. It's just a brilliant run there. I mean, it was really brilliant. I mean, it's like, it was very much set up. So, yep, Nick Meaney right from the sideline to take this conversion to make it a 6-4 lead to the Melbourne Storm to honestly better reflect the actual what could I say, the actual scoreline and how the way the match has been. So here we go. Here's the conversion attempt. This to put Melbourne in front. The kick, oh, it's just a really good kick, and it goes through. Manly lose the lead. I could have just said Melbourne take the lead. Did Melbourne miss conversion? No, it went through. It was a brilliant kick. Manly did. It was a double doink by Ruben Garrick. So there we go. 6 points to 4 to the Melbourne Storm. It's just I think this score is very much more reflective of what's been happening in this game. I mean, a lot of mistakes from the Seagulls. It's just not looking great. That's going to be the thing that really fucks them over, to be completely honest. But here we go. Here's the conversion, the kick conversion. What the fuck? Sorry, brother. My stream is lagging, so I'm missing everything. Okay. Yeah, the stream has been very much a big problem, unfortunately. On a scale of 1 to fucked, how bad is it? Because I've tried to switch it over from the internet to the data, but the data's even worse. So here we go now. Melbourne now with the ball from the third tackle. They'll shift it off to the right-hand side as Manly hold them to just inside of their own half for the fourth tackle. Brandon Smith now with the ball, and he'll get wrapped up on halfway for the last tackle. I think it's very much a my internet problem, basically, in terms of what's been happening with the lag. So, I do apologise. It's not lagging for me. Manly now with the ball now from the kick, as that is Sipley with it. No, it's no, it's actually Harper. It's a lot of similar looking people there. So here we go on the 30-meter line for the second tackle for the Sea Eagles. As long as they get a completed set, I think it's going to be a positive for Manly going forward into this matchup. On the 40 now for the third tackle as Jake Trebojevic gets brought down. Now this is To'ofa'a Sipley as he gets brought down right on halfway for the fourth tackle. Now Manly trying to go, faint going to the right hand side, but they give Geppy to go down the middle. 35 metres out, last tackle. There's the kick from Cherry Evans. It is a high bomb. There's a bit of pressure on Meaney, and Meaney gets wrapped up inside the 10 for the first tackle. So a very good set there by Manly. Probably their best set so far. And Olam gets held up inside of the 10 as well for the second tackle. As we are now just about almost 17 minutes into this game. Now Manly starting to sub at the defensive end. Melbourne only getting to the 20 for their fourth tackle. So it hasn't been looking too well, as that is number 8. That is Jesse Bromwich. Gives it off to Pappenhausen. And Pappenhausen will get held up on the 35 for the last tackle. So very good defensive set here by Manly. And now Jerome Hughes now with the kick. It'll get picked up on the 30 by Jason Saab. And Saab will get brought down on the 35. So Manly definitely stepping up here. Oh, and it's a penalty to Manly. Another offside by Melbourne. And that's also going to be a bit of a problem with Melbourne. Is it's not the first time they've been caught off the line. I mean, to be fair, Manly have also been caught off the line. But it's just, what can we say? There's the kick-off attempt, kick into touch. So 30 metres out, a full set of 6 now coming in for the Manly Sea Eagles. And a chance to try to take back the lead, as that is To'ofa'a Sipley with the ball. Manly can barely complete. That's 100% been at the moment. And but Melbourne haven't been able to stop giving away penalties, which has been a bit passed down the line here. Oh! It's another knock-on. It was Kohler who's lost the ball. It was a 3-on-1. It was passed to Kohler, the centre, and he's dropped it again, which, if he holds on to that, was surely going to be a try for Manly. All he needed to do was pass it out to Tuipulotu, and Tuipulotu goes in to score. But Manly lose it again. That's the 6th time that Manly have lost it. I am so grateful. Thank the heavens that I'm not doing a drink for every knock-on, because I would be comatose and lying on the bed, basically transitioning between this mortal plane to the next plane, because it's been ridiculous by the Sea Eagles. So here we go. Second tackle now for the Melbourne Storm on the 30-metre line. Harry Grant expecting runners to quick play the ball, but Melbourne aren't quick off their line in terms of attacking wise. Now Melbourne, they do go up to halfway now for the fourth tackle. Now they go down to the right now. Jerome Hughes. The ball's just gone all the way back, and Chris Lewis will pick it up. It'll go all the way back past halfway. And this will be the last tackle for the Storm. It's given off to Hughes. And Hughes will take a kick. A lot of pressure on Saab. That's a brilliant take on Saab, and he'll be brought down on the 25 for the first tackle. Now, Ruben Garrick now onto the 25 for the second tackle. It's now Morgan Harper. Gets to the 35 for the third tackle as we officially cross the first 20 minutes of this match. And Cherry Evans now for a 40-20 attempt. It's made the distance. And it's made it. Daly Cherry Evans, the 40-20 merchant himself. And that's put Manly in a very good position here. Yep, it was a 40-20 there. I mean, even if it hit the line even before Meaney tried to swap it back in. So here we go, 10 metres out, full set of 6 now for the Seagulls. Can they make Manly pay as Tapau now with the ball comes on and gets his first hit up for the game. So here we go, 5 metres out now. They pass out to the left. Garrick, flat ball out to Jason Saab. And there we go. Manly get their second try of the game and take back the lead. All from a 40-20 kick by Daly Cherry Evans. Just a cutout ball straight to Saab. And he goes through for the corner. 8 points to 6 with a kick to come. Cherry Evans, honestly, if you had to have a player to take a 40-20 kick with your life on the line, every day, get me DCE. That was a flat pass out there to Garrick to get it to Saab. But I mean, just brilliant, brilliant. That's the intelligence and the knowledge. That's I can't make words, unfortunately. But there we go. Jason Saab getting a try, making 8 points to 6 to the Sea Eagles. And now this will be a bit of an easier kick, I'd feel, for Ruben Garrick to make it a 4-point lead. So there we go. So Jason Saab, I mean, he could have had one a couple of minutes earlier. The Manly line was stretched a bit too thin there, unfortunately. A Melbourne line was stretched too thin. Oh, hang on. Garrick's in a bit of pain here. He's clutching at his right hip. Marion Seve tries to wrap him around. It's a shoulder straight to the hip. So, he should be... So, I mean, it's a completely fine tackle. It's just... It has definitely hurt Garrick here. Right to the... Pretty much right to where the kidneys are. But anyways, now Daly Cherry Evans will be set to convert the try he pretty much set up. 72% a kicking record for Cherry Evans. So this to make it a 10-6 lead. And he slots it through the middle. So 17.5 remaining in this first half. And it is 10 points to 6 to the Manly Sea Eagles. Just a good bit of play there from the line. I mean, just very, very good. It's just Cherry Evans is just a bit of a 40-20 merchant. What can I say? So here's the kickoff attempt now by the Melbourne Storm. And it's kind of interesting that Manly, who have had probably currently at the moment have one of the worst completion records probably in this match, yet they are 10-6 up against the Storm. It's very interesting to see how stuff like this can occur. So now Manly on the 20-metre line for the second tackle. They shifted off to Jake Trbojevic. Now to Olika R2. Flick passes off to Cooler. Cooler now on the gets a bit of space and will get brought down on the 40-metre line for the third tackle. Yep, so now Tapau gets on a good run. He gets brought down on halfway for the fourth tackle. Manly on some good run at the moment. They're down up to the 35 inside of the Storm half. And this will be the last tackle. Cherry Evans now with the kick. It's a bit of a bomb. They let it bounce. And it's taken by Manly. And I think it's a try. Melbourne caught ball watching, and it looks like Tuipulotu has just scored for the Sea Eagles. What the hell is this game? So it's a high bomb by Cherry Evans. It was Grant and it was no, it would have been who was it? It was Pappenhausen and Nick Meaney. Watch it bounce, and then it is taken by Tuipulotu, and then just wraps up into a 3-man tackle, and he takes it. That is actually ridiculous. That is probably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen Melbourne do. And then, yep, the spin over and the try. Tuipulotu makes it 14 points to 6 to Manly. That is, I have no words for that. It was a good kick by Cherry Evans, but it's just... Nick Meaney and Pappenhausen were probably one of the biggest brain snaps I've ever seen. That is just... That is probably the worst play I've ever seen Melbourne do. Probably ever since when they made the play on the commission of the salary cap roll. Probably it's probably the worst thing they've ever done. Here we go, Cherry Evans now with a conversion. I mean, back-to-back tries now, and Cherry Evans now to make it 2 from 2, and this to make it a 16 to 6 lead to Manly. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, shit. Oh, that's bad. That's a bad commentator. Because basically, before Cherry Evans took the kick, because he's now doing the kicking because Garrick's hurt, they showed it's a Manly banner saying, oh, here's like, Cherry Evans like cherry ripe good from beginning to end. And Warren Ryan said, yep, he is cherry ripe. Fucking shanks the kick. Oh, that is just good rugby league then. That's just... Commentator curses are just the most beautiful thing in existence. Anyway, kick off again by the Melbourne Storm. As that is Sean Keppie that takes the hit up, and it'll get brought down on the 10-metre line for the first tackle. That's a run there by Olaka R2. Gets brought down on the 30 for the third tackle. Giving it off to the left-hand side. That's a forward pass. Yep, there we go. 30 metres out. It was a forward pass by Manly. Went about 3-4 metres forward. So it's a scrum feed to Melbourne. And hopefully, for the Melbourne fans' sake, they can get a try and try to close this gap up. So right on the 35 was just a very forward pass there by Martin Tapau. It's just... This game has been probably one of the sloppiest I've ever seen. It's definitely not on, like, Titans-Tigers levels, but it's along those lines. So 35 metres out. Manly with a 7 to 14 completion rate. Not great now. Oh my god, it's a strip attempt. And it's a penalty to Melbourne. It was attempted strip attempt by Morgan Harper, but I think it was offside anyways. Is that offside or is that a strip attempt? I think I don't know refereeing signals. I think it changes per referee. It wasn't a legal steal penalty. Here we go, 10 metres out, first tackle. A chance for Melbourne to take a gap, to cut the gap. Now Smith now 5 metres short of the line. Harry Grant trying to go from dummy half. Might go himself, but again gets brought down like a metre short of the line now. Third tackle for the Storm. They'll shift to the left. Jerome Hughes. They'll go down the wing. Olam still going. He's still going. Oh, that's very close to the line. 5 metres short now. Third tackle. That's a strip. That's surely in the bin. Manly. Oh, that Manly player. I think it was Andrew Davies. Another penalty to Melbourne for an illegal steal, but Manly basically they can't give away another penalty or there's a player going in the bin. So that's a Sofa Solomon now with the charge as it gets brought down 5 metres short of the line for the first tackle. Melbourne now go to the right-hand side. Hughes stepping and he'll get brought down on the 10 for the second tackle. Melbourne now go to the left-hand side as that's number 10. That is Josh King. 5 metres short now. Third tackle for the Storm. They'll go short again. And a Sofa Solomon again. Short of the line for the fourth tackle. Smith! Bit of a Doiko runner, but Smith is going to be held up here. So it's going to go all the way back to the 10 for the last tackle. I thought it was a bit of an obstruction there, but it was held up. So last tackle now for the Storm on the 10 metre line. Brought back from the held up. Last tackle, Grant with a grubber. And the ball's just bobbled around. It's an offside against Melbourne. So it's going to be mainly possession. So it's a 20-minute restart. And our sub wasn't allowed to take the quick tap. And now Harry Grant's now talking to the ref. So here we go. So first tackle, a zero tackle actually on the 30 there from Manly. And it's a 6 again. It's a ruck infringement. It's been a lot of 6 agains and penalties in this game. And now it's a penalty. And that's Grant Anderson. Both teams need to be very careful. I mean, Manly almost probably, if they give away one more penalty in that set, they probably had someone in the bin. I'm surprised Davey wasn't sent for that strip on Olam, because it was very blatant. Now Jake Trbojevic gets brought down on the 35 away from the try line for the first tackles. We're 10.5 remaining in this first half. Down to the right. Olaka R2 brings up a lot of Melbourne players in that tackle. 20 metres out for the second. They're going to try to go to the left now. Walker gives it off to Tapau. Tapau still going, trying to find a gap, and he'll get brought down on the 15-metre line. There isn't one, but you know what I mean. Third tackle now for Manly. Cherry Evans now with the ball. Goes for a crossfield kick. Trying to get... Oh, it's brilliant defence there, and it's going to go into touch, and it'll be a scrum feed to Melbourne. Sup, Mike? Good to see you, man. So there's a kick there. There's a crossfield kick. And it was trying to be flicked back in by Tuapolotu. As they show the corner post camera angle, which is a beauty. So there we go. So change over for the Storm inside of their 10. That'll be the first tackle now. Now Sofa Solomon now onto the 25. Game started pretty boring, but things are starting to heat up now. Very much so, Minty. It was probably one of the sloppiest games I've seen, halves I've seen, especially the first 20. It was a bit ridiculous. Now the Storm... Oh, the ball's popped out! And it's a 6 more because it has come... It basically was meant to be a pass back and it hit a Manly player. So it is a set restart now. It's a 7-tackle set. So first tackle now on the 40, still inside of Melbourne's own half. I love seeing Melbourne behind. Thursday, Friday, happy days. That's a good TV show, Happy Days. I used to watch that when I was a kid. Not live, but you know what I mean. Third tackle now for the Storm, 35 metres out. That is number 10. It's Josh King now. 30 metres out, fourth tackle. It'll go to the left-hand side. It's a grubber kick, but it did flick up off a Manly player and is taken by Manly. On the 20-metre line now for the first tackle. So now on the 25, the Seagulls go for the second tackle. Now they're going to shift it off to the left. They've got numbers if they can. Davey almost breaking through. He gets to the 35 for the third. As we're now 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Morgan Harper now. Maybe for you, Micah. I found the Storm bet. Oh, it's a penalty to Manly. This is probably the sloppiest I've seen both teams. Do you think Manly can play the full 80? if we're going off of Manly's last game performance, no. But for Manly, I don't know. That's the thing. You never count out the Storm in these types of matches. You just never do. So it's a penalty to Manly, but they're not going for the kick. They're just getting the ball in halfway. Oh, it's a 6 again. That was a 6 again, not a penalty. Okay, fair enough. So 45 metres out now from the try line. Dylan Walker now on the run with a flat pass to Jake Trbojevic now. 30 metres out for the second tackle. Manly now playing down the middle. Dylan Walker again with the ball. And he will get held up 25 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Foran. Flat pass out to Davey. Davey's actually gone really good this game, I must say. He's been getting Manly into really good field position with his runs. Fourth tackle, 10 metres out for the Seagulls. They'll go to the right. Walker. Flat pass to Jake, and he'll get brought down 5 metres short now. Last tackle for the Seagulls. They'll go to the right. Cherry Evans with a long ball over the top. Kohler picked up. It's got to a Pelotu. And he'll get brought down on the 10 for a changeover. Hello, Justin. Hope you're doing well. So here we go. So Melbourne now with the ball on their 10-metre line. And there's Kamika for the second tackle. First. There's a local guy at work who has a very serious problem. He goes for Queensland and the Storm. I think that's kind of like a lot of people. I definitely feel like a lot of Melburnians who do support the Storm pretty much end up supporting Queensland because of the amount of them that play for Queensland. Like Cronk, Smith and Slater, I mean, is a very obvious example of this. And there's a flat pass down the line here. It's a good run there by Seve. High kick for the last tackle from the Storm. But it is taken. Well, it's gone backwards. Still last tackle. Olam with the ball. Cherry Evans trying to take him out. He gets a flick pass out to Meaney. And Meaney will get brought down on the 10-metre line. So it's a changeover now for the Seagulls. I wonder if the Storm will win without... I'm just glad you asked. My life is shit spying down the gurgler, but I've managed to start my own business. Well, that's very good, because I know. Tuipulotu now with a run. Gets brought down the 50 for the first. Yeah, it's a very good thing to start businesses. It's you're just starting to hopefully you're starting to come up with like the whole sort of rising economy. Hopefully, if this new government can protect small businesses, that'd be very good. Don't tax us, but you know, somewhat. Made to Pound now with a run as he gets to halfway now for the fourth tackle. Like the post-COVID economic miracle. Basically what Japan did after the Second World War, really. That's what we need. Last tackle now for Manly. So go down to the right-hand side. And it's taken by Nick Meaney. He gets brought down inside the 10 for the first tackle. We've now got 4 minutes remaining in this first half. And it has definitely picked up in the last 20 minutes or so. Big charge there by the Melbourne player. I think it's Josh King. Gets the 20. Now Sofa Solomona now with the charge. Gets brought down on the 30 for the fourth tackle. Now Hughes. And Hughes gets brought down just past the 40. This will be the last tackle. Only you would make me laugh when you read my comment. Thanks, McMahon. No worries. I do be... What the fuck am I... What am I on about? just a comedic character. I am not... Shut the fuck up, Jesse. So second tackle now for Manly, as that is... There's actually Tuipulotu, who gets past halfway now. 45 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Now 3 minutes remaining in this first half. So here we go. Fourth tackle now to Manly. Kieran Foran gets a pass out. Manly still going. Cherry Evans sets up a Grover kick. And it does it get batted away by Meaney? No, it isn't. He shuffles, he jockeys it and keeps it in, so it's going to be a 20-minute restart and a 7-tackle set for Melbourne. Was really at the last minute there to try to jockey for it, Nick Meaney. So 0 tackle now for the Storm. This will pretty much be their last set until half time. So first tackle now on the 35. Melbourne will go to the left-hand side. Asova Solomona tries to get an offload off, but he gets held up for the second. No, King to Pappenhausen. The pass has gone all the way back. Pappenhausen's gone to pick it up. Pappenhausen will get brought down right on halfway now for the third tackle. Introducing international ladies to New Zealand rich list. I got drunk so much I met them all. Yeah, do we like that sometimes? New Zealand rich list. It could probably just be like Russell Crowe and probably like all the All Blacks, really. Bit of a dodgy pass and the ball has gone forward. So it's going to be a changeover here for Manly. This is probably the worst I've seen the Storm play. Genuinely ever. Yeah, that's a knock on. That's gone forward. Bloody, this is just ridiculous by the Storm. So here we go. 1:15 remaining. Pretty much one set. So completion rates 13 out of 20 for Manly. 18 out of 20 for Melbourne. But the first 20 minutes of this game, absolutely sloppy. So here we go. 1:12 remaining in this first half. So that is Caller with the ball. And Caller will get brought down 45 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. Now Olika R2 gets brought down on the 40. So 40 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. 50 seconds remaining in this half. Now Foran goes all the way back to, that is Garrick. So 25 metres over the try line. Third tackle now for Manly is to Powell. Goes on the run. He'll get brought down 15 metres away from the try line. Now, fourth tackle. 28 seconds remaining. Manly go to the left. Foran. Pass out. And Saab will hang on to the pass down the wing. And Saab has a double. And it gets rewarded with this recent bit of play. And now Manly will go into the sheds with another try. So now this game is just... But then again, obviously, Manly did get out to a sort of big lead in the second half of the last game. And they did bottle it, so who knows what will happen. But at the moment, 18-6 with a kick to come. This is looking like a really solid bounce back by Manly in this first half. They were horrid in the first 20. And it's a try confirmed, so Jason Saab with the double. Right on the brink of halftime, his 10th career double, and it's his second one against the Melbourne Storm. No. Andrew Davies actually had a really good game, I must say. They're not all actors, anything celebrities. These guys are they're probably all like instructioners and all that. Big business happening and all that. So here we go. So now a chance here now. Daly Cherry Evans, pretty much from the sideline. This to make it a 14-point lead to the Seagulls. Here's the kick. And he's going to miss it. Isn't able to kill. So that will be the halftime score of 18 points to 6. It looked like Manly were just in the dumps, but Manly have certainly switched it back on there. And it's now 18 points to 6 to the Seagulls. It's just, it's looking a bit ridiculous. It's a bit nuts at the moment because the game was very shocking, very much to say the very least. It was very much a shocking display, but here we are. Manly 18 points to 6 up. Might put a poll up actually. There we go. There's a poll for the half time. Ask the people, obviously. I don't think a lot of people expect this, but will Manly hold on and win? Obviously, Manly do have a... What's your drop, favourite drink, because, my favourite drink is cough syrup and lemonade. To say the very least. But there we go. That is half time. I mean, I didn't expect this at all, unfortunately. I'll never bet against the Storm. That's the thing, guys, because all you really need is that Melbourne just need to get like 2 quick tries and then they're instantly back into this game. And it's just, you can't, and like Manly gave up like a 14-point lead within about 4 minutes. So you just don't know in these types of matches. It's just I don't know. It's very hard to say. But anyways, let's have a look at how well this multi's going. It's going fucking awful. Literally nothing has hit yet. Nothing has hit at all. So basically, I need like a second half turnaround really for that to hit. But yeah, same. It makes me sad. So currently at the moment, out of the votes, 5 people have voted, and it's a 3-2 in favour of no. Manly will not hold on. Obviously, it's now 50-50 now, so you never know. It's a hard game to predict this. It's very much, you just don't know what's going to happen. I know that's pretty much how most rugby league matches are, but like, especially games like this, you just... Like in other games this round, I feel like it's going to be very... I have no idea what's going to happen. Knights, Titans, literally anything can happen. Bulldogs, Cronulla, anything could happen. Rabbitohs, Eels, anything could happen. And also Dragons, Raiders, I feel is very much going to get just very, very split. To say the very least, it's very hard to call games. It's not like with the AFL where like most of the games you can very much know what's going to happen, whilst there's a few where you genuinely just have no idea. Like with the current way things are, I'm just looking over some stuff at the moment, but while 18-6. Yeah, it's been a very sloppy game. Big man smokes some weed. New Zealand weed better than Australia weed. I wouldn't know the difference. To be completely honest, I'm good Christian boy. The furthest I've ever been on a bender is I accidentally took 2.5 paracetamol when I needed 2. So it was a bit wavy. But it's currently 9 votes in this in the poll, and it is 67. So it's a basically 6-3 ratio of no. So a lot of people still holding on to some hope that Melbourne won't absolutely fuck their tips up in the first game, myself included. So very much. So if it very much could keep going, that'd be pretty sweet. It would be very, very, very nice. I don't know what the fuck to talk about. Cough syrup and lemonade, is that your COVID-19 antidote? It's COVID-21. Cures everything. It's like snake oil, really. It's all that goddamn snake oil in the As you can see, I'm very good at social skills from this stream. I've not stumbled over my words absolutely once at all. I've been clean talking. It's just been absolutely brilliant. Oh yeah, it's over there. So obviously, I think Melbourne are definitely missing Munster. I think Nicarima's been okay for the Storm. But to be fair, I don't think he really hasn't had that much of the ball anyway to begin with. Stream a bit laggy. Yeah, that has been a bit of a problem with most of the with the stream so far. A lot of people have had problems. Basically, everyone's on the internet. I've tried switching it over to data, but it's just as bad. I think it's just as bad, if not, it's even worse. As the ball actually gets placed in the middle of the field by Mark Hughes. Be interesting to see a reaction again. Obviously, Mark Hughes not playing way. But anyway, so yeah, so some people it's laggy, some people it isn't. It do be a bit odd, but yeah. Thank you to everybody who has stuck out in this. Obviously, if the stream has been, well, somewhat laggy. Yeah, I'm very good at social skills. I'm so brilliant at talking. It's like I can have these prolonged conversations while I'm talking to that. Talking to this webcam. It's weird. Yep, my NFTs. At 11 votes now. Let's see what everyone else is thinking. Is it very much more? Melbourne will bounce back, but a lot of people sweating on their multis right now. You're damn right, Hazard King. You're damn right. 100%. I very much agree. You're damn right. It's where else is it? So what are we looking at in terms of the poll? 11 votes, 64. Oh, there's a sizable minority that's saying that yes, Manly can hold on. 64%. Is it 6? It wouldn't be 6. It'd be like 7-4, maybe. Or would 7-4 be more? I don't know. I gotta do calculations. 64% of 11. It's 7-4. Quick maths. Oh, now it's good seeing Melbourne losing makes me wait. Oh, it's getting more even, very much. It's getting very much more even. 42 to 58. 58% saying no, so basically it's 7-5. Am I Storm or Seagulls? I have money and tipped Melbourne for this game, but I support neither. I support the Newcastle Knights way fucking 12. And we're playing in the Spoon Bowl tomorrow. Can't wait. I can actually. I can very much wait. Do you know? I do know a big rugby league YouTube coming down for the game. I can't watch. I was thinking about going to the game, but unfortunately it's my sister's birthday tomorrow, so we can't do anything. Leave him alone. He supports Newcastle. Yeah. What's a win? Winning. Never heard of her. For your opinion, I'm a Storm person. That Manly was always in my top 8, so it doesn't really matter here because it does go Storm. Yeah, I had Manly to come first this year. Yeah. I also put the Cowboys at 15th in my preseason, my predictions, because doing a NRL predictions in December definitely isn't bad. Up the Mighty Knights, bring on the Titans. Damien, let's go, my dude. I'm very hopeful that Texoy can have actually a really good game tomorrow. Just be nice. We could silence the front line, or whatever the Titans their active support's called. Actually, that is a good question. How does everyone feel about, because I know there's a few clubs that have somewhat starting to get more active support now. Because I know the Tigers have one, and obviously the Titans have one. At least Newcastle isn't last, man. If that isn't the tagline of the city. No, but yeah, because how do we all feel about those? Because the Titans have got the front line. The Tigers have got the jungle, I think it's called, or something. Something along those lines. I know the Rabbitohs have the Burrow. How do we feel about them? As both a New South Wales and Knights fan, how do you feel about Ponga getting flattened 3 times? Yeah, it wasn't great. One thing I will say, though, because I know a lot of people, because there was a social media post put out by the Knights saying that Ponga had to be dropped for this game against the Titans, and some of the comments said by the people going after Ponga was actually quite disgusting. It's like he took head knocks 3 times in that Origin game. It's like come on. It's not like he's purposely trying to get injured to not play. It's just it's a bit ridiculous, some of the things I've seen a few people say about it. Like, obviously, like, yes, the Knights aren't going great, but it's just like after some losses, like the social media presence, I swear a lot for a Christian. Protestant Christian. But it really just like I genuinely cannot go on to like social, like Facebook, after like a Knights loss, because some of the absolute nuffies on there is a bit ridiculous. Paulo running over the top of him was glorious, though. That was. And also Paulo's hit on Felice Kafusi when he came back on after his sin bin. That was I'm surprised that wasn't immediately called a penalty, because he basically just swung his arm and just hit him. But yeah, I do hope the Knights win tomorrow. Also stripping the ball off Tino, very much. When a forward strips hey, hold on. When a forward strips the ball off another player, it's just some of the best things that can happen in football. Mitch Barnett did it last year against the Titans, and the Warriors. He did it I think it was the Warriors. Redcliffe, yeah, I think it was the Warriors. He did it twice back to back. I remember it was Asafa Solomona. He stripped the ball twice in like 4 minutes. I think it was against Souths earlier this year. Absolute limbs, absolute scenes. Oh, we're coming back out to the stadium, so we should be getting ready now for the second half. Did you see Burton do a tactical vomit on live TV? I did see that. That was funny. They played it early because obviously they were doing a piece on Jake Trbojevic. Just poor guy. Oh, we're starting the second half. Instantly. No players coming out. Instantly, we're back for the second half. So we can end the poll here. 16 votes, 56% saying no, they will not hang on, but a sizable minority saying they will. I also did see about the side wank. I did see that. So Melbourne got the ball. They're going to be running screen right for this second half. Find your favourite superhero toy photos and put it right where the camera has big man, and then you can talk to it like you just know it with me, so I understand, Paige. Yeah. I do agree. It's just New South Wales or Queensland. Has to be New South Wales, Novocastrian. Just big New South Wales. Oh, it's a knock-on immediately by Melbourne in the first set. It's a very much similar to the starting of the first half with the second. Knock on by Melbourne. So it's going to be a scrum feed to Manly, 40 metres away from the try line. As there was a knock on there by Nick Harima, who hasn't had that much good of a game. Storm score 20 in the second half. I hope so. You'd think being from Dubbo, he'd be a bit better on tap. Is this some? I don't understand this reference. Is this some like Dubbo reference? My crystal ball says anyway. Well, I hope it comes true. So 25 minutes off the try line from the first tackle. Manly now with a chance to take an even bigger lead. Because if Manly go 3 converted tries ahead, that's a problem. Walker to Foran. Gives it out to Cherry Evans. And Cherry Evans will get brought down inside the 10 for the third tackle. And shift it off to the R2. Oh, big barrel over now. 4th tackle now for Manly. Walker, they've got numbers on the left-hand side here, the Seagulls. Foran trying to go himself. Oh, Morgan Harper's out. Is he alright? But yeah, Bellamy got a sniper rifle trained on Paps. It's a bit of a head clash. Yep, last tackle, crossfield kick. Brilliant take there by Melbourne. Justin Owen was a brilliant take there. And very much stopped a try scoring opportunity. Now here comes... Oh, Melbourne have lost it again. Harry Grant just passed it back to... They just parked it back to Meaney, and Meaney's just lost it, but it's a review now. Surely that's a knock on. Harry Grant now with the challenge. It was flicked back by Nick Meaney. And off his boot. It's a knock on. Yeah. But if he drops it into himself, isn't that legally counted as being a knock on? Because basically he pops out, then it hits his foot. I think they're saying kick. It does go off the boot. The challenge successful, so it's no knock on, so Melbourne will get the second tackle inside of the 10. But still, very risky. Well, the thing is, though, I don't need Melbourne to score 20 unanswered points. I want Manly to score at least one try because I need Garrick to score. But then I need Melbourne to score about 4 tries, basically, to... Not only Melbourne rigged captain's challenges, but I don't disagree with that. Yeah. Last tackle kick all the way back at the 20. Jerome Hughes making that kick. Oh, it's a big bounce, but it will be taken on the 40 by Sean Garrick. I don't know. I think Sean Kepi and Ruben Garrick look similar. Anyone else agree? Or just me? Probably just me. So, Tuipulotu now 45 metres away from the try line for the second tackle as we're only 3.5 gone in this second half as Jake Jaboyevich now goes on the run down the middle. He'll get brought down 35 metres away from the try line. Oh, battery. Whoop. Down to the right now, Cherry Evans with the ball. So 35 out now. 4th tackle for Manly. Pops the ball back to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans still got the ball and he get brought back to the 30 for the 5th tackle. It's a good ref though. Atkins probably the best ref in the NRL and the comp. I agree with that. I think he's actually a really good ref. Last tackle kick and Jerome Hughes takes the catch and he'll get brought down on the 20 for the 1st tackle. Going to try to plonk on the charger. Looks like Lachlan Coker, the referee's concerned. Where's he coming off? A little bit worrying there for Croker. Yep, here we go. Here comes Melbourne. Cross past halfway. And now Jerome Hughes gets brought down 35 metres away for the try line for the last tackle. It's a grubber kick, but there's a lot of Manly players there. Saab picks it up. But they get wraps up in the 10 for the 1st tackle. What? No. Well, yeah.
And I got out the bath just to see Heading out the door.
Yeah.
Did you knock?
No.
No.
And you're asleep.
Huh?
Right.
Should have bashed on the door.
Alright.
And go and bar.
Okay. I'll be fine.
You sure you don't need poo-poo?
No.
Or poo-poo?
No.
You need poo-poo now outside.
No, I'm fine.
Is someone listening?
Probably. About 19 people.
To me saying all this.
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
I'm not an idiot. Righto, go. You can go.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing.
Righto. I don't even know if any of that got picked up actually, but anyways, I think it was a knock on somewhere, and I think it's Manly's ball. So Manly now, that is Corlo, gets brought down 20 metres away from the try line. First tackle, so huge chance here for Manly to actually increase their lead. If they can get the first try in this second half, that's a big problem for the Storm. Now Marty Tapau, 5 metres away from the... Oh, goes back to the 10. Yeah, to the right-hand side now. Olika R2 gets held up just shy of the line for the third tackle. Here comes Manly now. To the left they go. Foreign. We've got numbers. Ball over the top for Saab. And Saab again gets tackled. He'll brought down 5 metres short of the line now for the fourth tackle. Grab a kick there by Foreign. And the ball will be kicked away. It's a goal line dropout now to the Manly Sea Eagles. Brilliant grubber kick there, and a lot of good pressure there by Garrick. So first goal line dropout of the match. God, I'm going to check to see if Para has this week. If it's Todd Smith, I'm going to jump off something. I do know they're playing against Souths at a core. I know that probably isn't what you're looking for, but in terms of refereeing, I don't know. So first tackle from the goal line dropout for Manly. They are 30 metres out from the try line. They'll shift it off to the left. 20 metres out now for the second tackle. Lachlan Croker goes down the middle. They'll be brought down 5 metres short of the line for the third tackle. Now Manly, they'll go to the left. Croker. Got numbers here. And Morgan Harper. Has he got it down? The referee's going to award it. Morgan Harper has scored. So I don't know if he got it down. How the hell did Storm concede against Harper? It was just an easy pass out. Melbourne was stretched very thin. I'm not sure. But the thing is, though, the referee's already awarded it. So, and it's going to be not... The problem is, though, it does look like he gets held up. But the problem is, though, there's going to be no evidence to prove that it doesn't hit the ball. He's a marksman and para. I know I saw Dad behind you. I saw it. No, just don't stop the dad. They just went to the bath. Is it a try? To Morgan Harper? I don't know. Is it? Are they reviewing it or is it confirmed? Nope, that is the line. Nope, that is fair. There is an angle that says he does get it down, so I think that's going to be a try. Yep, they did just show that reverse angle. So there we go. Morgan Harper getting a try. So it is now 22 points to 6 with the kick to come. And it's very crucial that Manly got the first try in this second half. There's the kick by Cherry Evans, and he's missed it again. And there we go. There is the... that's the third kick in a row that Cherry Evans has missed. So there we go. It's 22 points to 6. So you got to think. So think about this. Only 3 converted tries, and Melbourne are in front. We're now past the first 10 minutes of the first half. Second half, sorry. There we go. So try list at the moment: 2 for Jason Saab, 1 for Morgan Harper, 1 for Cooler, and 1 for Tuipulotu. And for the Storm, only 1 for Nick Meaney. So currently at the moment, as the points stand, Manly are now on 8th place. If they win by, they need to get 10 more points, and they will jump South Sydney because it's on aggregate, on for and against, sorry, which is the aggregate. So there we go. So basically, if Manly can put like get 2 more tries and hold them out, they'll be 7th. So there's the kickoff by the Melbourne Storm to Marty Tapau, and Tapau gets the run. Maybe Latrell is going to be the only good returning fullback of the round. Maybe. Now Manly trying to go down the line here. It's a breakthrough run here. It's Caller with the ball. Gives it off to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans is now on the run still. And it'll get brought down 35 metres away from the try line. Big play here by Manly. Davey now with the ball. And Davey will get brought down 20 metres short of the line. Caller's been fantastic this game. Now 25 metres away from the try line on the third. Jake Trbojevic now goes on the run. And he'll get brought down 20 metres short of the line now. Now Dylan Walker. Now to Olika Atu. Olika Atu on the run. Olika Atu will go himself. He's burrowed through all by himself. Straight through the line. It's 26-6. Got to feel bad for Anderson and Seaver. They've been badly exposed in defence. They very much have. Caller with the breakthrough run. And Olika Atu breaks through. Paddy G speaking it into existence. LeVar Ball in rugby league YouTuber form. Beats 1, beats 2, beats 3, beats 4. Olika Atu. Manly are massive. Let this be read out over the world. Manly are massive. I told you we win. Yep. I should have listened. Should have listened, Paddy. I should have listened. I kind of regret making this bet. There we go. Hamali Olika Atu, 8 tries from his 14 games this season. This is almost full strength Melbourne too. Yeah, that is true. Olika Atu, what a run, man. What a run by Olika Atu. The one thing I must say, though, the mics in the crowd, because the crowd has been a bit weird in terms of the... It's like they've only got mics in the one stand. And Cherry Evans does get this kick. He does finally get one over. It's now 28 points to 6 to the Manly Sea Eagles. Okay. When do we start talking about 50? When do we start talking about there being 50 points? Not mine, crystal ball I'm looking into. That's my point of... Yeah. Got the colours confused. Do you do live streams for other sports? I do on occasion. It mostly would be football or soccer. Or try to do some other stuff. Sometimes, maybe even the odd union stream. Oh, Melbourne have just scored. Oh, Brandon Smith has just scored. I don't know what has happened. I've forgotten to look at it. And Brandon Smith has just scored for the Storm. What happened? So it's a kickoff. Manly get the ball. Oh, just a straight up strip from Brandon Smith. And he gets the try under the black dot, so it's going to be 28-12. And that is a big play there by Melbourne. And one thing I can say now, I just need to find it. And I do have Brandon Smith to score. So there we go. There's the tick right there. So there we go. It's 28-12 points to 12, just like that. So we've got Grant Anderson and Ruben Garrick to score, Storm -7.5 and Storm to win to get the multi. Okay, the game's now gotten interesting. Storm have just scored. You should do a live stream for Adesanya's fight. I've always tried to organise doing a UFC fight as a stream, but I've never been able to get it done. I might have to pull the finger out at some point. Probably not this weekend, maybe in the later end. Like trying to do like a fight night or even just a boxing event. Because it has been... I definitely need to do some other stuff. So here we go. 28 points to 12. Melbourne just like that. That's adorable. You think your multi is going to get up. I mean, to be fair, I thought the Brandon Smith one, when I made the multi, was going to be the one that wouldn't hit. But now it has hit. So 25 minutes remaining. Can I show us footy? Unfortunately, Ryder, I can't because of copyright. I believe Hectic Fred on Twitch does. Melbourne now get brought down on halfway for the fourth tackle. But the thing is, I need... that's the thing, I need Garrick to also score. So I need it to be basically like a 40 to 30... Yeah, the multi's not happening. There's a high kick for the last tackle by Melbourne. And Saab will take and be brought down on the 10. Bet's still on, lads. Bet is still on. Can I even cash out of this bet? Probably not. Just gonna can I cash out of this bet? So third tackle now for Mel. Basically, need to basically intertwine, basically putting this on the charge. Yeah. So third tackle now for the Storm. Fourth tackle now for Manly, sorry. There's a kick there by Manly for the last tackle. I just really want to know what's going on with Melbourne. I mean, they did just get that try, but they really need to start scoring more of them. And they're going to go down the line. Nick Meaney now with the ball, and he will get brought down on the 25 for the second tackle for the Storm. I'm just looking to see if I can pull out of this bet. It probably wouldn't pay anything. It's probably suspended. So now, Service Solomona now gets held up. He brought down on the 40 for the fourth tackle. You're going to get a shift, Harry Graham. I'm so glad I'm a good Christian, Dad. I won't bet. I just smoke weed, drink piss, talk shit. That's a motto lived by Graham. Jerome Hughes there with a kick over the top. Oh, big bounce, but a good take there by Garrick, who takes it on the 25 for the first tackle. Can I cash out? There is no cash out for the NRL. No cash out opportunity, unfortunately, in that. Inbreds on bikes. Anyways, 20 metres out now from that penalty. Manly now have a big chance to extend their lead. I basically need a 42-32 win for Melbourne, really, for this bet to come up. Paseka now with the ball, now 5 metres short of the line now for the second tackle. Pass out to the line. Oh my God, Colo. And Colo's just split through the gap so easily. Yeah, bet's not happening, lads. There we go. Cola goes over. It's now 32-12 with a kick to come. This is, it's not looking good at all. This is actually ridiculous. Okay. When do we start thinking that Manly is going to put 50 on Melbourne? Actually, you know what? That's what we're going to do. This has actually been kind of ridiculous of how Melbourne are going. Will man. The fact that we could potentially see Manly score 50 on Melbourne is actually kind of nuts. So there we go. There should be a poll popping up there. Will Manly score 50? Honestly, they're not far away from doing it. They just need 3 converted tries within 20 minutes. Also, you do need Cherry Evans to actually make a kick. He does make this one. So it's 34 points to 12. 21 minutes remaining in this game. This is actually starting to get a bit weird. We've entered the Matrix this game. So, okay, I mean, 21 minutes to go. This is just... I've never seen Melbourne like this. Genuinely, the last time I've probably seen Melbourne like this would have to be... I saw it starting to win, but it ain't going to happen. Yeah, it's not happening now, Jackson. I've conceded defeat, unfortunately. This genuinely, like, is reminding me of 40-0 in the 2008 Grand Final. And Paseka now breaks through the run. He gets to the 30 for the first tackle. What is happening? Have Melbourne even conceded 50 in a game? I think they might have. Yes. There we go. Penalty to Manly on the 40. This is just looking bad. So currently at the moment from the bets, 1 person is brave enough to say yes. 3 people have said no, they will not score 50. So here we go. Morgan Harper now on the 15 metres off the try line for the first tackle. I mean, so here we go. We're in a parallel universe. We're in some multiverse bullshit. Now Dylan Walker now breaks through the line now. 5 metres off the try line. Second tackle. Davey gets brought down 5 metres short on the far left-hand side now. Third tackle for the Sea Eagles. To Garrick. To Croker. To Jake Trbojevic. To Cherry Evans. To Foran. It is battered down by a Melbourne player. But it's going to be a knock-on. And it's a scrum feed to Manly. Oh, boy, this is mental. Okay. So it's 4-2. Yep, it's a 4-2. I'm just so confused. I'm just confused by this. I'm sorry if I'm just shaken. It's like... I've never seen Melbourne like this. So here we go. Oh, here we go. And for make things probably worse for Melbourne, Josh Schuster is about to come onto the field. Now Manly now with the scrum feed. And that is Davey. No, it's Paseka actually. 10 metres out from the line. First tackle. Now gives it up to Dylan Walker now. On the 10 metre line for the second tackle. Jake Trbojevic. Again 5 metres short of the line. Third tackle for the Sea Eagles. Garrick doesn't know what to do and he gets brought down on the 10 metre line for the fourth tackle. Melbourne are hanging on here. Walker, Cherry Evans, and the ball's popped out. It's gone forward. No, it's last tackle. Grab a kick by Cherry Evans, hits the post, and it's going to be a goal line dropout. This is brilliant defence by Manly. Don't worry, guys. My search histories just pop up to fight me. Short kick. Knocked forward by Melbourne. It's picked up by Manly on the 25 for the first tackle. This is just... So it's coming... James, I didn't, and I don't think a lot of people did. First tackle now. Yeah, so this was the first tackle, so it was a knock-on by Melbourne. So here we go. Cherry Evans now. Rubber kick to the wing. It's a race for Torpilou. But Pappenhausen again forced to go into touch. It's another goal line dropout to Melbourne. 50. Oh, it's close to the moment. I think it's a 6-5 ratio. It's another short kick by Melbourne, and it goes into touch on the full. So it's a penalty to Manly. Hello, Jack. Good to see you, man. So, yep, it's a penalty. Melbourne have just kicked it out on the full. Go for the try. Don't go for the kick. Oh, it looks like Melbourne... It looks like Manly are going to go for the kick here. Are they? Are Melbourne playing bad, or is everything going Manly's way? I mean, I feel like both teams haven't been playing well, but just Manly have just switched on this second half, and Melbourne have not been good at all. So it looks like it might be a conversion attempt here for a penalty kick to make it 36-12. And it will be, yep, Cherry Evans will take it right in front. So here we go. So Cherry Evans right in front, 10 metres out, to make this a 4-try converted try lead. Here's a conversion, and it's gone through. There we go, 36 points to 12 with 15 and a half to go in this game. So going to end the poll there, and it's a slight majority in favour of no. I'm genuinely just so confused as what's actually going on here in this game. It's actually been mental. So currently at the moment, Manly are now tied on points with South Sydney in 7th. Manly need just two more points, and they go over South Sydney to finish in 7th place. But obviously, I'm not watching it. The Storm got all their players backing up. Well, just as reference, so Brandon Smith's playing at lock. There's no Cameron Munster. There's no Kafusi. And those are, I think, the two main players who aren't, just straight up aren't playing. So Kepi now with the ball as he gets brought down to the 40 for the third tackle. Now Foran now with the ball to Harper. And Harper will get brought down on halfway for the fourth tackle. So it's just said there, Melbourne have had 0 tackles inside the opposition 20 in this whole half. It's been ridiculous. Here we go. Last tackle kick by Cherry Evans. And it's taken by Green Anderson. And he's brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. Will Storm fail to come third? I don't know. Now Olam now with the ball, and he'll get brought down on the 35 for the third tackle. Well, the thing is, so if Manly score twice and convert them, it'll be 48. So basically, they need to score basically 3 tries in the next 13 if they really want to put the 50 on them. Last tackle for the Storm, 35 metres out, chip over the top. Another grubber kick again. It's going to be a 20-metre restart. Saab takes a quick tap and he gets brought down on the 34, the 0 tackle. So now Manly first tackle on the 40. It's just... I'm just so confused. I go third tackle now for the Seagulls on halfway. Ruben Garrick. Now gives it off to Sean Kepi, who's now 45 metres away from the try line for the third tackle. Now Foran trying to get a step around. He gets a flick off to Croker. Croker now with the ball, and he'll get brought down 20 metres away from the try line for the fourth tackle. Here we go. Go to the left-hand side. Up, they're switching it again. Now it's back to Cherry Evans. Now to Paseka. Paseka back to Cherry Evans. Cherry Evans now to Schuster. And Schuster will get held up on the 20. And that's going to be the last tackle here for the Seagulls. Cherry Evans now kick over the top. It's gone backwards, I think. No, Melbourne have picked it up. So Melbourne will get the first tackle inside of their 10. I think it's kind of safe to say at this point it probably might the 50 might not happen. It says number 17, that's a Sova Solomona, who gets to the 30 for the third tackle. And it's now a penalty to Melbourne. So 11 minutes left in this game. I don't think anybody really expected this result at all. So a kick into touch only goes about 10 metres. They're on their own 40. So Sova Solomona will take the first carry and you'll get brought down on halfway for the first tackle. So now Melbourne now trying to shift it out to the right hand side. It's a split throw there. They got Jerome Hughes now on the run. And Hughes will get brought down 20 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. And it's going to be another penalty to Melbourne. And Jerome Hughes with the short play. Tries to get a try and he's 5 metres short of the line now for the first tackle. Now Harry Grant to Brandon Smith. He's again 5 metres short of the line for the second tackle. Grant trying to go himself. And he'll get held up for the third tackle and sent back to the 10 metre line. It doesn't even look like Melbourne want to win it. Yeah, definitely. Pappenhausen, pass it, it's gone all the way out. And he goes out on the 25, just pretty much sums up Melbourne's night. It's just... Who do Melbourne play next? I think Melbourne have the bye next week, don't they? So first tackle now for Manly as we finally enter the last 10 minutes. I'm going to see if I still think in Melbourne with the better team. Just not tonight. Good night. God bless. No worries, Justin. Now Sipley now gets to halfway now for the third tackle. That's actually Tuapolotu. Now Sean Kepi gets brought down on the Melbourne 40 now for the fourth tackle. Now Manly now on the left-hand side, Foran. To Harper to Saab. And Saab gets brought down and it's a forward pass. Yeah, I don't think it's possible for a 50 points, unfortunately, but it's still a big win here for the Sea Eagles. So 8.5 to go now. On the 15 is the Melbourne Storm with this scrum. So Meany now the ball, and he gets slammed by Caller. That's it. Now Sova Solomona now the ball. Gets brought down on the 35 for the second tackle. That looks forward. That looks forward on Jesse Bromwich, but it's still play on. If Cowboys lose to Broncos and Para, and the Sharks win. It's only 2 points separating second to sixth. So close this race for the top four. Definitely. Hughes now with the ball. Melbourne just don't know what to do. And Meany gets brought down on the 40 for the last tackle inside of Manly's half. And there's the kick by Jerome Hughes. And it's taken on by Saab, and he's brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. Good God, what a score, mate. Honestly, bastard maggot, it's a bit ridiculous how this game has been. And I feel like it's relatively close between 7th and like 11th as well. So really, the whole finals race is pretty much wide open, really. Not for the bottom four, but you know what I mean. Manly now going down the line. Schuster now gets brought down just shy of halfway for the fourth tackle. So Manly's next 5. They have a bye round 17. They play Newcastle at home as Smith breaks through on the run. So Manly will play in 2 weeks. I think it's at home against... It's set restart. Oh, it's a penalty. Cherry Evans is offside. It's a penalty to Melbourne, like 10 metres out. Manly play it well. Storm having a day off. Bit of both, really. They say professional foul, so does that mean Cherry Evans is going in the bin? So there we go. So Manly will have a bye next week, and then they'll host the Knights. Oh, it's a knock on by Manly, so it's a Melbourne scrum feed on the 10. Captain's challenging in a review. I mean, you might as well, Manly. 5:40 to go. I folks, Storm could play Panthers in finals, but this game ruined my morale for that happening. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really that's going to disprove. So challenge unsuccessful. I mean, there's 5 minutes 40 to go, so it's a scrum feed to Melbourne. 10 metres out. As Tapau's now off the park. Then they play St George, Roosters, and then Para. Ooh. Very interesting for Manly. Okay, so Melbourne do play next week, and they play against Cronulla. That'll be an interesting game. Pappenhausen with the ball, feeds it off to Asofa Solomona, and he'll go himself. And there we go, Asofa Solomona getting a try. That could throw a huge spanner in the top 8, very much so. And there we go, Asofa Solomona goes over. It's 36 points to 16 now. Just brilliant run through there by Asofa Solomona, number 17 off the bench. So there we go. So now, conversion attempt to basically make this an 18-point lead. I mean, oof. So that's his 25th try there for Asofa Solomona. Now Pappenhausen with a conversion attempt with 4.5 go to make it an 18-point lead to the Storm, or to the Sea Eagles. And Pappenhausen misses it. That's just how it's been for Melbourne. Jake Trbojevic still pissed that they let in that try. So 4 minutes 21 remaining in this game. 36-16.
You wonder why he's, a proud favourite and one of the best in the NRL. It's because of that passion. He was not happy about being hooked and coming off the field. He was disappointed that letting that try. And that's the spirit that he showed for Manly, the spirit that he showed for New South Wales the other night. He's a tremendous player, Joe.
Josh Schuster offside here.
Oh, and it's a penalty by... Oh, my God. You rarely see this. It's a penalty to Melbourne because Schuster was offside from the kickoff. You rarely see that happen. Which is a rule. Yep, Schuster was ahead of the line when he kicked it. It's bloody hell. So, yep, it's penalty to Melbourne. I think I've only seen that... I think I remember it was against Panthers Knights back in, like, 2010. Was like the last time I've seen that happen. That is a rarity. Here we go, 20 metres out now. Melbourne really just making it look more of a competitive scoreline than what it has been. As Jesse Bromwich has the ball 15 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. 3.5 to go. Pappenhausen now to a Sofa Solomona. Flick pass out. Now to Jesse Bromwich. Bromwich now with the ball, and he'll get held up 5 metres short of the line for the second tackle. So here we go. 3 minutes remaining in this game. Josh King trying to get for a charge, and he's about a metre short of the line now. Third tackle for the Storm. Storm now go to the left-hand side. Pappenhausen goes himself, and he will get a try. And he'll go right under the black dot. There's a bit of pushing and shoving, but there we go. It's a try to Melbourne. It's 36 points to 20 now. What I will say, though, is obviously the game's over. Obviously the game is over, but it's like, you got to think, if this was like 20 minutes to go, there'd be a lot of problems. But obviously, it's more... Hang on. What's going on? Apparently there was a bit of a push and shove. It's a try, surely. What's happened with Smith? Kepi's hit him. They both hit each other. Man without the ball. Kepi could be sent to the bin here. So try confirmed. It is a try to Pappenhausen. And there's the conversion attempt. 36 to 22. With 2.5 to go. You got to think about this. If there was like, instead of being 2 minutes remaining, if there was 12 minutes remaining, it'd be a bit of a problem for Manly. But obviously, it's a bit of a... They've let the foot off the throat, really. So there we go. So 2 minutes 30 still remaining. The time is still going. It's really just... Yeah, to keep the game going. Like, honestly, if Melbourne get another try here, so if Melbourne get another try and make it like 28 to 36, then everyone will be looking, oh, was it a high-scoring game? Even though basically what happened was Manly took their foot off the pedal. And the kick out, and it's been taken out of the full, basically the foot over. So it's another penalty off kickoff to Melbourne. So, yep, there we go. So, basically, yep, obviously, a bit of an NFL tactic. So, there's the kick into touch. And Melbourne again have a chance to kick. About 20 metres out now from the try line. Another penalty. Oh, it's on the 10 now. So, here we go. Melbourne now 5 metres away from the try line for the first tackle. We've got 1:48 remaining in this match. Now, Hughes. To Pappenhausen. To Olam. And Olam scores. Now Melbourne score again. It's now 20. This is actually kind of ridiculous. Melbourne have basically just scored, but almost did pretty much the exact same thing the Cowboys did 2 weeks ago, but just obviously Manly just put enough points up to make it. Like, honestly, if they make this conversion, it'll be an 8-point lead. Like, this is not a good look for Manly. I mean, there's going to be a minute to go, so I'm not saying that Melbourne are going to come back or anything, but it must be said. Conversion attempt here by Pappenhausen from the sideline. He misses it. So it's going to be 36-26 with a minute 14 remaining in this game. This is actually kind of ridiculous of how Melbourne have just been able to get these points up. It's like Manly have just switched off. So here we go. I mean, it's weird. It's like obviously Manly with a good win against Melbourne, but the fact that Melbourne have just been able to come back very quickly obviously doesn't mean anything, but as the crowd cheer as Manly don't give away a penalty for the kick. So basically then Melbourne need to get another try here. They're going to give it off to Iramira. And that's a first tackle on the 25-metre line. Imagine if Munster injured himself in Game 3. Storm could be fighting for a top 4 spot. Yeah, by the way, it's looking... They very much need Munster. So 40 seconds remaining. Second tackle on the 30-metre line. Brandon Smith now with the ball, and he'll get brought down on the 40 for the third tackle. Now, still going now, the Storm. Meany to Pappenhausen, and Pappenhausen's on the run, and he's going to score. Melbourne have scored 4 tries in 4 minutes. The game's over. The siren will sound. And now this is actually ridiculous of how badly Manly have switched off. It genuinely... So, yeah, basically, so they're going to keep time stopped at 6 seconds remaining on the clock. They basically, so Melbourne need to take the kick. No, Melbourne are not taking the kick. That is a good tactic. So it's 30.6 points to 30. Pappenhausen not taking the kick. So basically, Melbourne need to go 100 metres, one play. No way. No way. Okay. Surely, okay, there's 6 seconds remaining. But this is actually stupid by Manly. It was 36-12. Now it's 36-30. Yeah, don't take the kick. Yep, they've already not taken the kick. So here we go. Manly have to go. Melbourne have got to go 80 metres. It's a crossfield kick. And Cherry Evans will get the ball. And he'll go for a grubber kick. And it will go out. And the ball goes out, but I would be fucking fuming if I was a Manly fan. Like, seriously? Like, so Manly win 36 points to 30 over Melbourne. But fucking hell. It was 36-12 about 15 minutes ago. And now it's 36-30. Honestly, I'd be like... That genuinely almost feels like a loss. Obviously, Manly put up enough points in time, but still, like, if there was 2 minutes away instead of 6 seconds, Melbourne could have came back and won that game. Like, honestly, Manly genuinely almost fucked themselves there. Like, that is actually, like, stupid on what they've done. In all honesty, but anyways, like I thought Manly were going to go get 50, but no, the Storm almost come back and could have tied the game. Like, that is ridiculous. Anyways, that's the end of the stream. Manly, genuinely, if it wasn't for them scoring 36 points, they would have lost this game. Like, that is... I've never seen a team just switch off. You might as well have taken off all of your players. But anyways, that's the end of the stream. Manly do win, despite themselves. Honestly, by the way they're going. I will be able to do the first game on Sunday, which is, of course, the Warriors and the Tigers, the